Breaking records. Coco Gauff is the youngest champion ever to win the Masters in Beijing and Wuhan. The lights of Wuhan's grand stadium blazed like twin suns, reflecting off the hard court that had borne witness to countless legends. Yet, this night felt different, charged, electric, alive. The crowd wasn't just watching a tennis match. They were witnessing history in motion. And at the center of it all was a young woman with fire in her eyes and purpose in her stride. Coco Gauff. Only 21 years old, Gauff had already rewritten the language of women's tennis. The youngest champion of both the Beijing Open and the Wuhan Open, she wasn't just playing for trophies. She was playing for destiny. When she raised her racket after the final point, her scream echoed through the Chinese night. A roar, not a surprise, but confirmation. Coco Gauff was the real deal. From dream to dynasty. Coco's journey didn't begin under flashlights of Beijing or Wuhan. It started years ago in the humid courts of Delray Beach, Florida. A little girl with braids and big dreams. She trained under the blistering sun while her parents believed in her more fiercely than she believed in herself. At just 15, she shocked the world by defeating Venus Williams at Wimbledon. But what followed wasn't a fairy tale. It was a test. The expectations, the media, the pressure. Every match felt like carrying the weight of the next generation. Yet Coco, with her signature composure, learned to turn pressure into power. Her mantra became simple yet powerful. I'm not just here to play. I'm here to dominate. And dominate she did. The road to Beijing. The 2025 Beijing Masters was a battlefield. The world's best Sabalenka, Swiatek, Rybakina, Pegula stood like mountains in her path. Each match tested a new part of Coco's arsenal. Against Sabalenka's thunderous serves, she relied on her lightning reflexes. Against Swiatek's discipline, she wielded unpredictability. But it was in the final where she truly unveiled her brilliance. The crowd roared as she dismantled her opponent with surgical precision, aces painting corners, backhands whispering through the air like silk. When the final ball sailed out, she fell to her knees. Beijing had a new queen, and she was just getting started. Her victory speech was brief but powerful. To the girls watching this from home, you can be here too. Believe in yourself when no one else does. That night, a billion screens replayed her triumph, and the world began to whisper the same word, unprecedented, the return to Wuhan. Barely had the champagne from Beijing dried when Gauff landed in Wuhan, her energy undimmed. This was no routine tournament. It was the proving ground. The greats had faltered here. Champions had been humbled by the sheer unpredictability of the Wuhan Open. But Coco walked in with poised confidence, an aura that seemed untouchable. Match after match, she conquered, each opponent stronger than the last. She moved with grace, hit with thunder, and smiled through the storms. Every victory wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Beijing wasn't luck. This is who I am. Then came the final. Coco Gauff versus Jessica Pegula, an all-American showdown under the Chinese lights. Pegula, experienced and precise, wasn't going down easy. The rallies were long, the tension unbearable. Pegula's baseline defense clashed with Gauff's aggressive brilliance in what fans called the best final of the season. When the final point ended, a blistering backhand winner down the line, Coco dropped her racket, tears mixing with triumph. She had done it again. Beijing and Wuhan. 2 crowns. 1 season. 1 queen. The youngest master. At 21, Gauff wasn't just another WTA star. She was a history maker. Never before had someone so young claim back-to-back Masters titles in Beijing and Wuhan. Her records began stacking faster than commentators could count. Youngest American to win a WTA 1000 in Asia. Youngest double champion across 2 major Chinese Masters. Fastest player in a decade to reach 3 WTA 1000 titles. When asked how it felt, she smiled humbly and said, "It's surreal, but I'm not done yet." Those words sent chills through the tennis world. Because if this was only the beginning, what heights awaited? Beyond the numbers. Behind every trophy lies a story of struggle. For Gauff, it wasn't just about forehands and fitness. It was about evolution. Her journey was one of transformation from a prodigy to a professional, from raw talent to refined greatness. She had faced heartbreaks, early losses, media scrutiny, moments of doubt. But through it all, she carried something her rivals couldn't replicate: authenticity. Coco's confidence came not from ego, but from effort. Every drop of sweat, every sunrise session, every heartbreak had built the woman who stood triumphant in Wuhan. Her coach once said, "Coco's power isn't just in her swing, it's in her soul." The global icon, Gauff's victories resonated far beyond the court. In Beijing, children shouted her name as they practiced serves. In Wuhan, fans held up signs that read "Coco Magic." In New York and Paris, social media exploded with admiration. Her fashion on court, bold colors, confident style, became a symbol of youth empowerment. Her interviews, mature, thoughtful, showed wisdom beyond her years. Brands wanted her face. Fans wanted her energy. But Coco never let fame distract her. Instead, she used it as a platform to inspire, to advocate, to remind the world that greatness has no age limit. "I want to make tennis fun, fearless, and inclusive," she told reporters. "If I can do that, then I've already won." The rivalry with Pegula. Jessica Pegula was more than just a finalist. She was a mirror, a fellow American, a friend, and often a fierce rival. Their matches carried a quiet respect wrapped in fiery competition. Pegula, older and experienced, had once been Coco's mentor figure. Now, she was her greatest obstacle. Their Wuhan clash symbolized a generational shift. Pegula's precision met Gauff's power, and though Pegula fought valiantly, she knew she was witnessing the rise of the next era. After the match, Pegula smiled and said, "She's special. I've never seen someone grow this fast, on and off the court." That sportsmanship only deepened the beauty of the rivalry. Two Americans, two champions, pushing each other toward greatness. The $596,000 statement. Money isn't the essence of sport, but it tells a story of achievement. Gauff's $596,000 prize from Wuhan wasn't just a paycheck. It was validation. For every 5 a.m. wake-up, every loss she turned into learning. Epilogue, the legend in motion. In the annals of tennis, few names glow as brightly as Coco Gauff's. From the grass of Wimbledon to the lights of Wuhan, her journey is one of destiny meeting discipline. At just 21, she has become a symbol of hope, resilience, and unstoppable youth. 2 Masters titles, countless hearts won, and an empire still growing. Coco Gauff is not just the youngest ever win a Masters in Beijing and Wuhan. She's the youngest to redefine what mastery means. Final words. The world of tennis has seen many champions, but every era has one who transcends a sport, who turns victories into poetry, effort into emotion, and potential into power. For this era, that champion is Coco Gauff. Beijing crowned her brilliance. Wuhan confirmed her greatness. The world now awaits what history she'll write next. Because this is not the end. This is the rise of a legend still unfolding. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.